You're by yourself. That's okay. Be grateful for you. And grateful you don't have to, be around any people you don't want to be around. I think we have to normalize solo stuff. It's okay.
All our life, we have been told that we have to be in a relationship. We have to find someone when we're in college. We have to make sure that when we're in college, we gotta find our soulmate there, the person we're gonna marry. Who said that's what we're supposed to do? The social norm said it. What does that get a lot of people? To brag that they're in a relationship, right? I'm in a relationship, I have a partner, I have someone. That's fine. That is so fine. But what's not fine? What's not fine is you're running to go be with people. You don't know who you are. You don't know what it feels like to be by yourself. You don't know what it is that triggers you, what makes you laugh, what it is that you enjoy about yourself. You are just living in this space and you aren't able to truly enjoy you, being you, loving you, and hanging out with you. Because your mother and your aunt and your sister and your brother and his mother-in-law and his wife all suggest that at 27, 28, 29, you should be with someone that you love, that's going to take care of you and provide for you and protect you. But you don't even know yourself enough to even be what it is that you need to be to someone back that's giving you love and protection and providing for you. You're just going in to go be yourself. You don't even know yourself. How do you go in to something like a relationship and get married? You don't even know what it is that you like. Bring it in and let's sit in it, right? Let's talk about it. I'm Shorty Locks. You are tuning into On a Block with Shorty Locks, where I discuss a lot of wounded healer scenarios, situations, hopefully a way in which you can take a step by step, determining if you are a wounded healer too. And a lot of us are empaths, and so I'll be talking a lot about empaths and heightened empaths and the infamous mirrored empath. And in this discussion today, we're simply just talking about how masculine, feminine energy women are in today's society, trying to fit in while they're trying to learn themselves. I'm very animated, so bear with me. I move a lot, and it is one of the things that makes me who I am. As you see in this videos, I will try to demonstrate things, and I will be moving. I will have on workout clothes more than likely because I'll be heading to workout, getting back from working out or taking a walk. But I'm very laid back and very comfortable. If that bothers you, then this message is not for you. I'll also try to end my videos with a little ASMR. I'll try to keep everything short and sweet. My chair is squeaks, so bear with me. And I have a son who plays a virtual game, who screams from time to time. So that's what you will hear in the background. If I video or record my content after 3 o'clock, so prior to 3 o'clock, which is difficult, you may have a different space and maybe a chair that's not as squeaky, a kid that's not screaming in the background. So now that that is out the way, please feel free to share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok as well as Instagram. The more followers I start to see, the more I will start to push my content on those other social media sites and platforms. So we were talking about young women being escorted into the space where they have to be married, have to be taken care of, have to be provided for, and they have to do all these things. But what I couldn't understand was it is a two-way street. What happens to the male? How does he retrieve what it is he wants? And a lot of times they want a very nurturing woman who is very attentive and peaceful. That's not a lot to ask for, but it seems like it doesn't come very normal for or as frequent for them as I would think they would like. So I'm going to talk to you about how someone like yourself who could be considered in a spiritual awakening where you have learned who you are, you're getting these angel numbers, and you are starting to see that you are also experiencing clairvoyancies, and there's just a whole array of different spiritual stuff. But you're also coming into avoidant men. You experience a lot of running relationships, whether it be with a karmic, which is a family member, or you're experiencing with a personal, intimate relationship with someone who has decided to run and you chase. So this is where we are. We're 2025. We are in spaces where we are watching politics or not. We are watching what's happening to the people who are being affected by the people in the political arena. Or we are simply in our homes. We need to learn to know who we are, how to love ourselves, and how to surrender to life's worries. And we're also learning that we have to love ourselves, be okay with being by ourselves, allowing our mind to disregard people outside of ourselves, trying to convince us that something's wrong with us because we are by ourselves and we like being by ourselves. The first thing with healing, whether you're going through something in your life or not, it's all about healing yourself so that you can enjoy yourself. You can enjoy you being happy, you being joyful, you being peaceful, you achieving abundance, and ultimately you being able to collaborate with other like-minded people that are like you. And it's all about learning that it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to set boundaries, and it's okay to not want to talk to someone, but knowing that it's okay to talk to someone, but not giving all of yourself while doing it. That, my dear, we're going to call boundaries. How do you do? Boundaries. They are the missing link to so much in our life that causes us so many problems. And we who come into this world being people pleasers because of our childhood trauma, because we are empathetic and we're empaths, we fall so far and we are brutally hurt and we come out brutally bruised. It's all because other people have decided they don't want to do any work. They don't want to heal. They would like to take and transfer their pain onto you. They would like to siphon your energy and pull your energy in until you're depleted. And then you're trying to figure out when you get home from hanging out with people why you're so tired, why you can't get up, why you feel unmotivated. And the person who you were with may or may not know, knowingly or unknowingly, they don't even know that they're doing it. So here we have people who are trying to figure out life. I want you to understand that in this video, I am pushing you to learn to be by yourself, not because you need to be by yourself, but because if you want to be in a committed relationship or build your career up or build your relationship up with coworkers or people that you work with your personal business that you have established for yourself, you have to heal and know who you are. You have to be by yourself and not draw people in to fill you up, but you have to fill yourself up. Once you fill yourself up, then you're able to be more productive because you know what it is you like and don't like, what triggers you and what doesn't trigger you, the type of people you can be around and work around. But if you haven't done the work, how are you going to be able to how are you going to be able to elevate yourself into these spaces so that you can be successful? It takes a lot of time and a lot of patience for yourself. And that's where you come in with my video. How many times a week do you spend time learning a new hobby? More specifically, a hobby from childhood. How many times have you said, I want to learn that technique of crochet? I want to learn that how they do nails and da da da. I know this part, but well, what's keeping you from that? It's you running and chasing things that you believe is going to fill you up, which could be work, it could be school related, college related, it could be partner, it can be family members who make you feel like you have to, go up and beyond for them because of the sort of relationship you guys built. Again, that goes right back to your childhood. What are you doing to go back to your childhood to heal those things? Sometimes we don't want to go that route where we want to just start running around and doing childlike things that we used to do, like playing hockey, skateboarding, skating, double dutch, all of the things that we used to do as a child, swimming, playing outside in the rain. Those are all therapeutic. We have to remember that in the Bible, God always talks about his children, and we are children. We just grow up and we look very adult, but we still have that in us. And it's about going back to that space and finding that happy space. Stop chasing coming home from work and having a glass of wine and getting plastered because of your day, but going outside, it's raining, go play in the rain. Going outside with your partner and playing in the rain. Like doing things that bring you joy, not things that siphon your energy. Your ego will lead you to come in and have that glass of wine. But the heart and your love remembers and reminisces, if I didn't have this job, I'd be outside playing in the rain. I love the rain. I love the way the rain makes me feel. I love the way it hits I love the way it feels against my skin. It could be so many reasons why you just really enjoy being on rain, but I digress about the rain. What I want to talk to you about is you have to find a way to get back to those spaces that make you happy. And in order for you to do that is you have to be alone. You have to go hermit. It sounds so bad, but being alone is the biggest thing a lot of people who get divorced and separated tend to enjoy. They don't have to share the same room with someone. They have their own things. They get to like their own things. They get to do things, quirky things that they would normally wouldn't do around their partner, which I think is kind of bad because my goal is to marry somebody who's my best friend. So we should be able to do almost everything. I'm going to leave a little mystery for him, but for the most part, like my best friend, right? If I'm talking to somebody about something confident, I'm not going to sit in front of my mate talking about it. I'm going to go in another room. He might want to know what's going on, but I'm not going to tell him because I'm going to leave a little mystery to it. It won't be what he would think I'm cheating because my mate would never think that because he would know me. And I'm not going to hurt my best friend. Anyway, I digress again. But really getting to know yourself is the biggest thing you can do and the best thing you can do. Learn that it's okay to cut people off, but love them afar. Wishing people well and praying for them when you have to cut them off. Calling back your energy, making sure that you help somebody. You know who the healer is all about healing people because you yourself have gone through that. We're going to go through stages of people who are empaths, heightened empaths, and then the mirrored empaths, which I personally can connect with real hard. And we'll talk a lot about that in my next video, but stay tuned and just know that it's not difficult to be by yourself. It's difficult to be by yourself when you don't like who you are and you would like for people to come in and fill that space up for you. If you're one of those people, start to accept that and start saying, I'm not going to keep dating for people to fill me up. I'm going to date and get back into the dating scene once I realize who I am. And then they can come in and join me and love me with me. We're also going to talk about the avoidant. When you tend to meet people like that, sometimes they are not just making you apply pressure because they're male and they're in their feminine. A lot of times it has to do with them having ADHD. A lot of times it has a lot with them having childhood trauma. And a lot of times it has to do with the runner chaser, where they are truly avoidant. They do that to calm their heart and protect their heart. We're going to talk a lot about that too, because I think when we think about healing and being by ourselves, the goal is to be with someone. Sometimes it's not that easy. And I'm going to talk a lot about that in my next video. I hope that you take something from this video, and I hope that you join me again. Yours truly. And you are on a block with Shorty Locks. Peace.
I wanted to encourage you to forgive and love protect your joy and happiness at all costs, no matter who you have to cut off, so that you don't have to cut yourself off. Because that's the one person that's going to be with you till the very end.